This basically is just a note because I strangely find at my advanced age of being very sick and a pariah and castigated by the whole world for years that I'm not really interested in posting hateful shit. I talk about my struggles with God and my struggles with depression and this horrible illness sweeping out of my face, and it just sounds hateful. And I think that at the end of the day, I must be a nicer person than I thought. Because there's all kinds of people that I really should sue, some of which I may sue, but I don't want to. There's people that I hate that I'm done hating because I don't give a shit. There's rants that I made about God and man and Ashland, Oregon, and everyone being a dick, and I got kicked out of the Noble Coffee House today, but I don't really want to post them. This is just a note that at the end of the day, the shame-based, fear-based, douchey, glow-in-the-dark white person mentality from people that came here in 1892 and were given land and now say, "What you doing in our town, boy?" And the source of the self-righteous New Agers and the obtuse, elitist, liberal fucks that are worse than the conservatives, and then I try and make jokes about it, but it's not funny. At the end of the day, what it is this is a very racist place, and the same thing that makes these people hate on black people and they don't know why, makes them hate on poor, bleeding guy and they don't know why, and sick and old is the dispensable person. It is about money. You can buy your way into any group, including the elite, the ruling class. And when I rag on white people, I sound racist, but it's not racists. I'm saying that these people are of a reactionary mentality that causes them to hate on me and then fill in the blank later. Money's fine, race would be fine, bleeding is fine. And racism is entitlement. So what I'm sensing is douchey white person entitlement. I'm sensing, we don't know what you are, you scare us, and we have the right to poke you with a stick and make you gone because it's our town, but we don't know we're doing it. And when you notice, that gets us really annoyed. And when you grumble, that gets us more annoyed. And then you're on your way to getting kicked out of the Noble Coffee House. And this chick walked up and talked to me like she knew me today. She said, "My name's Sophie, like someone that knows me. Can I talk to you?" And I was talking to a dog and trying to ignore her because I knew she was about to kick me out. And then she wouldn't engage me. I said, "You're going to kick me out. Can you just talk to me about this is wrong? It's okay that they mad dog me." And I demonstrated, at which point she looked a little scared and said, "No, it's not okay." "Well, why are you signing with them? You're signing with your customers." "I am signing with my customers because you're making them uncomfortable." "They're making me uncomfortable." The ultimate example of it was I got kicked out of the dollar store because a lady marched up and hated on me for bleeding, and I grumbled and I got kicked out. "You're making my customers uncomfortable." Dude, they are the ruling class. They are making me uncomfortable. I am poor, I am sick, and being highly educated and articulate, and from a rich family who I should have had a very accomplished life by now if this thing hadn't cut me down like a blade of grass for 40 years while you were douching yourself a river and being a spoiled nouveau riche brat. Doesn't help. Get out of the dollar store, get out of the Noble Coffee House, get out of the Case Coffee Roasters, get out of the fucking Trader Joe's. I told the lady, I said, I've been repeatedly being kicked out of the market for not being able to answer the question, "How you doing today?" There but for the grace of God goes them and blah, blah, blah. But meanwhile, Jesus is not Lord. It's not because he doesn't want to be. It's because there's no such thing as Lord. That's magical bullshit. And while I'm saying all this, no Lord and no Savior, and it's all bullshit, but there is a Christ spirit that's love, but no one noticed. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, kid of Mike Huckabee, is on TV saying, "We think we should leave global warming to a higher authority. Something or someone, hint, hint, more capable than us. Jesus will not save you." And I once asked a born-again Christian, I theorized that they did not think that we are in control of our fate or that we can really affect it. And so if you push the button to blow up the world, it wouldn't blow up. I asked the guy and he said, "No." I said, "Why?" "Jesus would stop it." "Jesus didn't stop this." "Oh, you didn't believe right." No. The real nice Jesus showed up and said, in effect, and it took 40 years to figure out what he said, "I'm neither Lord nor Savior. I'm the Messiah. I made a bridge between heaven and earth. You can walk it. You can walk in heaven's love. But I'm not going to magically wave a wand and solve shit. Hey, God made you sick. I'm not actually even God. I'm the Messiah, and all the Messiah does is raise the vibration and say, you people can solve it, or you get the world and the medical system and the president and the God that you deserve." And we do. We created our own reality. We aligned ourselves with some extremely negative beings that you can call the devil, or you can start Scientology and research how they came from other planets. I intend to write an entire science fiction book about how the Elohim and the Luciferian entities of Greece and Rome, who pretended to be Jesus instead of the God of the Old Testament, because that was the Elohim, that they're all intergalactic douchebags that came here trying to help us and fucked with us because they didn't know that fucking with us would not help us, and now we're kind of fucked and we gotta sort it out on our own. That's what's up. So I go around screaming shit like I'm in the George Costanza religion, where he says, I do believe in God, but only for the bad things. He made me sick, and now I get to play doctor for 40 years. We have an insane, immoral, illogical, counterfactual, reactionary consensus reality in this country. I didn't know this douchey version of it. I'm screaming, I'm going to go watch Blazing Saddles again to figure out why you people are so stupid. I think it's because you're white. Gee, I wonder if white people do what black people sometimes do and value lightness of skin. So the reason why you're so puritanical and self-righteous is because you live in a cloudy place and you're glow in the fucking dark. And it's got nothing to do with race. It is entitlement. It is we are the ruling class and we are seeking our own comfort and our own bliss and pleasure and our own oblivious crap and our own blind faith authoritarian crap. Till the end of time, oh my God, we shouldn't even have to look at you in the Noble Coffee House. And so I said to the lady, and she laughed, maybe it's because I'm a comedian or maybe it's because she's a bitch, I don't know. I said, you've got grown-ass octogenarian men with purple shit in their hair mad-dogging me. Well, yeah, at that point, it's my comedy. She's going to laugh, but I'm so sick. At that point, I wish I was a person, not a comedian. You know? Okay, you don't, and I give, and fucking, this is... I am now being inadvertently fucked with by a whole town full of people that said, we don't have to change our flight plan for you. What? What's up? What are we doing? What are you doing in our town? Hey, get that guy out of here. And the jokes just aren't funny. Town's so white they call 911 for a bad mood. Yeah, they do, and then they kick you out of their fucking coffee house after mad-dogging the shit out of you. And when I say to the lady, 25% of your customers at any given time are doing this, she laughs. Okay. But then I say crazy shit like this is what happened before they killed all the Jews because it was a consensus reality that it was immoral, and the whole response was reactionary, fear-based, shame-based, puritanical, 1892, douchey, elitist, entitled white person ruling class town where everyone's like, what are you doing here? I'm breathing if you don't mind, and even if you do mind and I'm bleeding and it sucks and stop judging me for bleeding, fuck you.